Yeah.
Welcome to the Rhinebeck Scoop. I'm your host, Jennifer C., and I'm dishing out social commentary about our beloved town, Rhinebeck. This is your radio show, so please give me topics you would like me to discuss. DM me, email me, or leave a voicemail. I will keep you anonymous unless you specify. Okay, so today we are talking about Boujee Banter, as usual. I had some listener feedback that was very interesting. I disagree with it, but I like when people write to me. It's always good when people write to me. You can disagree with me. I think that's a good thing. And this is what the listener said. It would have been more helpful and of much greater service to the public to have asked questions of professionals before commenting on rumors and speculating on the situation around the death of Linh Hong Nguyen. It is a tragic situation. No one is helped by amplifying those rumors nor speculating without any knowledge of the facts. Okay, so I want to say first that this is not a journalism show. This is not CNN. This is not Dateline. In the show description, it actually says that it's about social commentary. And if you look at the picture of me on the cover, I'm wearing a scrunchie that's a leopard print. And then I have hot pink Rhinebeck across my chest. My mouth is wide open and I'm smiling. And then it's also marked as explicit for swearing and adult content. So I don't understand, quite frankly, the confusion of why anyone would take this as a journalistic show. Secondly, I did quote seasoned professionals. I read verbatim from the 2 Daily Catch articles that cited the facts, and they were written by reputable journalist Emily Sacker. Now, Matt, you know of her, right? You would say she's a reputable seasoned journalist.
She's absolutely reputable and she's absolutely seasoned. So I agree with both statements.
Right. So that does count as being a professional. Also in those articles, what I did was I read verbatim a quote from the sheriff. I did include professionals, so I'm a little confused how I did not include professionals. We recorded that episode on June 29th, 2024, and that was the information that was out at the time, and that was the most information that was out at the time. So I did actually give the facts. Thirdly, the professionals and the police are telling us nothing. And it's, what's today's date? July 19th? It's July 19th, and they're still not telling us a thing. So all we can do is speculate. Again, this is a social commentary show. Fourthly, I was respectful to the victim, the family. I gave our condolences and wished them the best. Lastly, when has this show ever been helpful and a much greater service to the public? Never. That's not something we talk about here, right?
Obviously, we feel terrible about what happened. And I don't think you expressed anything other than sympathy for this horrendous accident. I would emphasize we really, really have a lot of sympathy for the family. And it's just a tragic situation.
To this listener, I appreciate your comment, but how do you know that I have not been affected, which I have? I've lost someone close to me in a car accident. It's a horrible, tragic thing. And of course, my heart goes out to the family. And I said that in the episode. I appreciate the comment again, but I'm sorry, but I think you were wrong. All right, let's move on. The exciting part is, here's the thing, have to give a little backstory. My 2 producers, Matty and Jen, they sat me down and they said to me, if you want to really make this show great, you need to start going to events. And this was something that I agreed with because it was something on my mind too. And you guys, I just want to say that I do go to events. I am out in the community, but the problem is I'm not out in the normie community. Like if anyone at Omega sees me, they would recognize me. I'm big into the Omega Institute. I'm doing a workshop there in August. I'm doing a workshop there in September. I'm there all the time. So I have to make sure that I pick events that represent me well. That's something that I want to do, but still are the normie events. I wanted to go to flight nights at the Rhinebeck Aerodrome, and that was 2 days ago on July 17th. but everything got rained out. So you guys, I tried. I had it on my calendar. I told my husband, let's go. And it got rained out because there were thunderstorms. However, I did attend an event and it was good. So I'm going to talk about it. And this introduces a new segment called Weekend Warrior. I have a really hard time saying that. Say that, warrior.
Weekend Warrior.
Oh, thank you. Okay, that was really good. Much better than mine. Yesterday, I attended the Misto Burger event at Rose Hill Farm in Red Hook, New York. It is a beautiful farm. Have you guys ever been?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've never been. I don't know how I've never been, but I've never been.
You don't get out.
And I do get out. Fuck you. I get out. I just get out to different things. It's a beautiful farm and a beautiful tap room. I was actually really impressed with the barn. I thought it was so beautiful, so nice. And I ate a delicious Brazilian salad with steak, black-eyed peas, egg, kale, and an amazing vinaigrette. And the chef confirms that he cooked the dish in olive oil, which made me really happy. No industrial seed oils. They did have live music, which we did not stay for because I cannot stand when you're sitting there and you just hear the music and you can't even talk amongst yourselves. So we left for that. Why are you laughing at that?
That was fine. I don't like loud dinners. I agree.
Yeah, I can't stand it where you can't even hear each other. But I'm sure the musicians were great. It was a nice, calm atmosphere. Kids are welcome. And I highly recommend it for my weekend warriors because there is a lot of seating both inside and outside. So there you go. This is my one event. It went well. I'm going to be doing more. I already have events on my calendar. And I'm excited to do them. You know what I really want to do? I think I'm missing a lot of the action of the town hall meetings because that's when you hear people lose their shit and they scream. For this fall, I'm going to start maybe not talking about politics, but maybe going to some of these town hall political events so I can see some action.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I would say if you want real excitement, go to the planning board meetings.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
You'll get the fireworks there.
Okay.
And you'll have to wake up for them, though.
What does that mean?
It means between fireworks, it's a snooze fest.
Are you a terrible fucking driver and need some help? Look no further. I am a self-certified Rhinebeck and Red Hook driving instructor with absolutely zero experience and several accidents on my record. If you need help navigating the busy streets of our villages, I'm here for you. Take a 1-hour driving lesson with me where you'll learn how to dodge speed traps, how to scare slow drivers, and I'll basically insult you the entire time. It's only $400, and the proceeds will go to Radio Free Rhinecliff, but mostly to me. You must have a valid driver's license, and we're using your car, not mine. For more details, email comments@radiofreerhinecliff.org with the subject heading, Help, I Suck. Now we are going into white people problems, everyone's favorite. And this is a big white people problem, you guys. Sinterklaas, our beloved holiday festival, is canceled for 2024. And this is the ultimate white people event. So as two white people sitting in front of me, what are you going to do? Are you upset?
I think it's a wonderful event that's been going on for 25 years, but it's really unfortunate because it's really, really expensive and they need at least 100 volunteers. And unfortunately, the people who have been supportive in terms of coordinating different pieces of it have died. Lindy Wright, Jean Fleming's husband, Harlan died, and the amount of money you have to pay for the police, you have to close down the streets, you have to pay all the bands. People love going to it, and I think it's a wonderful community event, but I just don't think that they're able to fundraise the way they need to sustain it.
Yeah, so I'm going to read from the Hudson Valley Pilot. The annual winter festival, Sinterklaas, which attracts upwards of 10,000 people each year and has taken place since 2008 in the village of Rhinebeck, the first weekend in December, will not be returning to Rhinebeck this winter due to funding and staffing concerns. Sinterklaas organizer and artistic director Jean Fleming told the Pilot that this was one of the most difficult decisions she has had to make. She said that due to a significant budget deficit from last year, waning financial support, and a loss of some key volunteers and organizers, they are pausing their efforts and taking the remainder of the year to provide the time to reach out, rethink, and reimagine. I love the part of the article when Eric Steinman says, Fleming spoke candidly for hours with the pilot about the Rhinebeck Sinterklaas celebration. Do you guys think he was trapped? You know when when certain people get you in that they have you as a captive audience and you cannot leave. Do you think that's what happened?
She's an exciting storyteller.
Ah, interesting.
So I would imagine she had a lot to share.
Yes. I have to hope that someone of significant wealth could just pay the difference, because we have plenty of people in the area that have the kind of money needed.
They start fundraising in January, right? So even if you pay the deficit, then, it's almost August. It's a real bear.
I mean, it's hard, but I don't think it's insurmountable.
You're the optimist.
It's Sinterklaas. How could you not believe in Santa Claus?
That's true. To add to what Jen said, Fleming lost her husband and a key volunteer named Lindy Wright in April. That's a lot. That's a lot of loss for 1 month. Our condolences. But first of all, how much would it be? Are we talking millions upon millions to get this?
No.
Tens of thousands.
Yes.
So like 100,000.
I would say less. It's probably
really.
Yeah. I have no information, but I would imagine it's probably somewhere between 30 to 60,000.
That's it.
Well, I mean, it depends how much.
Well,
they actually
from last
can
year.
raise.
From last year.
But I mean, how much they have as a deficit and how much they need. It's not the whole amount, because they'll be able to raise some just through their normal means.
Well, do you think that this is the first part of Jean Fleming stepping down? She said that. Well, she comes across as vibrant and energetic, but it's a lot losing your husband. And if it does return, do you think that she will be the person to do it?
She'll have a lot of impact on it, because it can't just go on without her. She'd have to train whoever takes over.
Yeah, I think she's going to move into a consultant role. And my prediction is that Sinterklaas will return, but for 2025. I think that Sinterklaas does need some updating, even though it's wonderful. I would imagine they can do more to draw in younger volunteers, include social media, such as booths or backgrounds where people can take photos. They can start charging for admission and charge for parking. Why don't they charge?
That's part of Jean's magic. There are small, very meaningful ways where they can raise money, but I mean,
not admission.
This is her vision, that it should be open and free to whomever wants to come. But to your point, I mean, it's hard to imagine people bitching and moaning about parking. After a year or two, it becomes part of the ethos. You understand this is your contribution to making this event stay alive.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with them charging admission at all. I understand her original intent, and I think it's excellent. And the fact that she did it for so many years is amazing. But I also think that certain things become unsustainable. Like when SiriusXM started, I don't know if you guys remember, but there were no commercials. Now there are a ton of commercials on SiriusXM because you have to sustain it. When streamers started, I know we're talking about a parade, but just to give you an example, and something like streamers started, right? There were no commercials. Now in streamers, there's tons of commercials unless you want an upgrade. So even just things like that, Jen.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's the sun, so that's why my hand is
Jen's
up.
hands up like, stop talking.
It's blinding.
So yeah, I think it's hard not to keep charging. I think they have to charge for something, at least parking, at the very least. This is a big day for families, and if you can afford it, I know there's some people that can't, but if you can afford it, then make it part of your Christmas presents and save up, because I think that's the best way to go about it if they're going to charge money. Matty?
It's just like the fair, right? Like,
yeah.
People go to the Dutchess County Fair. They have family night. You could have a one price for however many people in your party, in your fair. Same thing like with cars. Like, you can pile in as many people as you want. And if you don't want to charge for...
Put some people in the trunk.
Exactly. Bring a pickup truck and just pile in like 20 people. But no, I agree with you. I think at least the parking.
Yeah, I think parking, they could probably make some money with. I don't think it's realistic to charge admission to a parade.
But what about the day events?
I mean, there might be something, but I think it should be a goal to be as free as possible.
Okay, I like that. I think they can also make some money with the honored animal by not only doing a star, but doing a cute ebook or Christmas ornament with the year. And my super cute idea is a polar bear kissing booth. I think that would be really cute for Instagram and stuff, where you can go up and you can kiss the polar bear.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. And the Christmas ornament, it would be like the stars that people collect them year after year. That's a fantastic idea.
See, I have some good ideas. I do not want to
Maybe you should volunteer. That's a good way to
She can't volunteer. She doesn't get out of her house.
That's
exactly. True. I am not a joiner unless they want to do something really outrageous and something like
show up in your bikini in December.
I could do that.
And then people can pay for a picture with you.
How many people would pay for that? That would be really interesting. A 47-year-old woman.
You have a hot bod.
And that's true. Anyway, just kidding. I do think that the younger people do need to step in here and help out and make the parade. It is great the way it is, but maybe some modern touches to it to bring in just some more funding and some more money. Okay, let's talk about my sweet of the moment. My sweet of the moment is I have found a burger that's really yummy. I know Matt has too, but mine's better. I have found the lamb burger with lemon aioli sauce on a bed of lettuce at Buns Burgers and Chef's Kiss, and I have no reaction to it. So
the lamb burger is good at Buns. I've had it on bread, though, not on lettuce.
Their bread fucks me up. Even though it's gluten-free, there's something in it. There must be some type of industrial seed oil in it. And the bun sauce, I hate to say it, but that fucks me up too, because there must be some type of industrial seed oil in it. But I can eat the lamb burger the way it is, kind of naked. Matt, you said you had a good burger recommendation.
Definitely. I've been hearing about this burger for months. People keep telling me to go. Jen was only one of them, actually.
Oh, you heard from other people?
Yes, multiple other people. And then I saw it on Instagram and I'm like, I've got to go. So my recommendation is the Bia Bar Burger.
Really?
It's a small burger, perfectly sized. No, it's bigger than a slider.
They call it a slider.
They call it a slider, but it's not your traditional 2-3 ounce slider. This is like a much more robust than a slider. It's somewhere between a slider and a regular small burger. It is only $12. It's delicious, and it comes with a side of sort of vinegary chips, and it's got their special sauce on it, which would probably make you sick. But other than that, it's delicious.
It's delicious. And there's a special drink that you can also get. Boilermaker?
Oh, yeah.
That's amazing. Delicious meal. Well, for me, it's a meal with a drink, and it's like $22.
Yep.
What's a Boilermaker?
I think it's like a shot of
alcohol,
whiskey, and then a beer on the side.
Oh, just like the fraternity days. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You don't put it in. I don't put it in the beer. I drink them separately.
Did you do an Irish car bomb after that?
No. What is that?
Irish car bomb, you put some type of alcohol in Guinness, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what it is. And then you drink it.
I've
and you
never
do
done
shot. I don't do it either. This is interesting because I've been trying to think of a sour of the moment and I couldn't think of anything.
That's hard to believe.
I know, but I couldn't think. I was trying to think of something jokey. I could not think of anything. So Matty or Jen, do you have a sour of the moment? Can you help me out this week?
Locally? I don't have anything locally.
It doesn't have to be local.
Oh, geez. Should we even start, Matt?
I mean, there's a lot sour in the world, like the presidential election.
Yep.
To leave feedback on anything I've said today, I'd love to hear all of it. Agree with me, tell me I'm totally wrong, whatever you want. Call and leave a voicemail at 845-307-7446 or email me at comments@radiofreerhinecliff.org. Follow me on Instagram at Free Spirit Podcasts. This radio show is produced by me, Jennifer C., Matty Rosenberg, and Jen Hammoud at Radio Free Rhinecliff. The next episode will drop on Tuesday, August 6, 2024. See you in 2 weeks. Love you, RBK.
Yeah.